Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to give you a review of what's been going on with the Battlequant systems. First up, we'll look at the Ascenders. The Ascenders have been a mixed bag. We have the NQ, which has been, doing very well. It's pushing highs right now. That's great. And on the ES side, we've been in a drawdown for the last middle of May, I suppose. I was looking at these trades, the individual ones, and the Ascender ES is, well, both of them have about, close to 20 trades in them, but what's interesting is that I isolated one of the trades on the Battlequant ES Ascender. And the majority of the pain is coming from this one trade, which is, this is a counter trade. This is the isolated right here, and you can see the majority of the drawdowns happening from that one trade. And that basically is an internal trade, and it has to do with right now why it's out of sync is that the FANG stocks, the Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google's, are skewing the averages so that it's not behaving in a typical way that you would normally expect. So it's been pretty consistent over the last 10 years, so I'm hesitant to do anything about it just yet, but I am have it on watch. I'll work on a patch just in case we need it, but we'll see how it performs with the next 2 weeks and see if that picks up. I've got a lot of questions about why that was, why the NQ is, doing so much better. And another function of that is that the volatility has been much better in the NQ market than in the ES market. There was a day a few days ago where there was a $1,200 move in the ES for like a $1,200 move in the NQ, where the same move was like $400 in the ES. So volatility definitely helps as well. So that's what's going on with those two. And then I also wanted to highlight one more thing. I released a system called Apex a couple of months ago, pretty quietly, and I just wanted to get some tracking on it and have that there so people could see it. And a couple of people have already jumped into it, but basically what it is, it's a swing trading system, and a lot of the range, a lot of the day range has been really small lately. So a lot of it's happened overnight. So I wanted to start capturing these little chunks in the market where it goes up for a few hours and reverts back to the mean, and that's basically what this is. It's a quick mean reverting swing trading system. You can see this is pretty typical, and all these are documented on the iSystem site over the last month or so, but we've won the last 6 or so trades. The only thing to note is that the stop is about $600 on this, so it's not unusual to see. You might have two of them in a row. It'd be $1,200. So just make sure you're getting into on that. It has a really high percentage win rate, but at the same time, the wins are a little bit less than the losses. So we have to maintain that rate. But it's been pretty solid over. This is the last 5 years, but the last 10 years looks just about the same. You can see that on the iSystem site as well. But so far, so good. That's here if you guys want to check that out. It's called the Apex ES. And thanks for listening. Have a great month.